Hi guys, Thomas here, and today I'm back with another video. Sorry it's been a while, but today I'm going to be doing our PC Specialist videos, Worth It Part 2. Now last video is skyrocketing currently of this, so I thought I'd get on that and do another one. Now if you don't know how these videos work, I basically compare a PC from a website, today we're doing PC Specialist like I said, against a custom PC and maybe some other websites. I look at reviews, I laugh at them, and then we delve into why you maybe should buy it and why you maybe shouldn't. But let's get into it. Also, I'd just like to quickly say, sorry for the lack of videos currently. I'm struggling for motivation, struggling for video ideas, and also, is these holidays, you might be able to get more videos out. But I'm doing a lot more stuff other than just making videos now. So sorry if there's not as many videos. I'll try and get as many out as I can. But I do stream quite a bit on Bizarre Hotshots. There's a link down below in the description. I do a lot of gaming content on there, so if you are interested in that, go down there, go and check me out on that. But yeah, let's get started. So like I said, the website in question today is PC Specialist. So if you would like to cast your attention to the website, I will show you the PC that we are starting with. So today, I've gone for around the 1,700 mark. So we're just £2 over currently, but around that mark. So the case I've gone for is, I'll be honest with you, the closest one I could find to the H510, because it's literally the H511. Only reason I want to do that is because some of the cases on there, you can't, like there's PC Specialist branded, so you can't buy them yourself, so I wanted to get one that I could actually buy, and that's a similar price, and it is, so that's why I did that. I wouldn't recommend using this case properly, because the airflow absolutely sucks. That's all the airflow you get on the front. But it's not the worst case. It's got good construction and stuff, but I wouldn't recommend it for airflow reasons. But that's the only reason I chose that. If you were to get a PC through here, I'd probably go for like this case. This one's a good TD500. That's a good balance. It's got loads of mesh on the front, and it looks it looks really nice. So if you're looking to get a PC, this one is maybe a good option. The CPU I've gone for is the Ryzen 7 3700X. Now that is an 8-core CPU, which boosts up to 4.4 GHz, and it's basically probably the best higher-end gaming CPU you can buy currently. 8 cores, like I said, 16 threads, hyper-threaded, and it's packing some really good performance in there. So definitely would recommend you getting that if you're shooting for around this budget. For the motherboard, I've gone with the B450F Gaming. Now that's because it's about £90 at the moment, and B550, I'll be honest with you, isn't really too much of a bandwagon to jump on, even though I've just noticed we have gone for a 6700 XT. So we are going to be needing one, a B550 gaming motherboard that I've chosen. We can run it at PCIe Gen 3, but we have a PCIe Gen 4 graphics card, so I might as well go for it. And it's got some decent I/O, and it's ROG, so if you like RGB, you'll love it. Next, for the RAM, I've gone with really basic Corsair Vengeance 16GB kit for 3200. It's basically just your standard, typical Ryzen RAM. You need to go over 3000 to really get all the performance you need, because Ryzen loves fast memory, and it's just kind of the best all-round option, really. Next, in the graphics card, I've gone for the Radeon RX 6700 XT, if you can get your hands on one. Now this is AMD's newest card that they've released. Was it like March 19th they released that or something, which is about 2 weeks ago today. But I did a whole video on it. If you do want to go and see it, it'll be in the description down below. But yeah, great card, around 3070, 3080 level. So if you're interested in that, definitely get it. For storage, I've just gone with a standard 2TB hard drive to shovel your games on, and a 512GB NVMe drive to put all your most used apps on, a couple of games you use loads, and obviously Windows and maybe like Word and stuff. If just any applications that you open loads, basically shove them on your SSD. And then down here, I've gone for a 650 watt power supply from Corsair, because it's not going to explode, and that's enough wattage for the parts that we have. I've gone for an AIO. I meant to choose this one, sorry. I've gone for this AIO, which is a 240mm design. 240mm design, so 2 fans, so basically the best. 360mm radiators are a bit much. and 240 just about perfect. So you might as well go for 240. And then I've not really changed anything else. Comes with Windows 10. So you could always take that. I'm going to take that off the price, you know. So yeah, a decent system here. And can I just quickly comment on how easy to use PC Specialist's website is? It's so easy. Like, it's basically just like PC Part Picker, but even easier to be honest, because you know all these parts are going to work together. So it's actually really good. So keep in mind, the price of this entire system is £1,660. Now that is a lot of money, but you are getting a very extremely good system here that will beat any game. So now let's move on to see what I could do with this PC that I built on PC Part Picker. So guys, I've added every single component into a PC Part Picker list with the 36700. Sorry, I need to change that for the B550F. So after adding everything to a parts list with the 3700X, 100i, B550F, Vengeance, and then the 6700 XT, H510, and the TXM 650W, we've got to a beautiful total price of £1,334, which, if we whack open the calculator and we do 1660 minus 1334, which is a £326 difference, which is quite substantial. But obviously, the more money the more complicated it is to build, the more money you're paying for it to be built, to be shipped, to do all that. So when you take that into account, it is still a lot of money to when you could be building it yourself for £326 less. But it's still not bad. But now I'm going to try and do my best to for £1,660 make a parts list that's better than the one I got from PC Specialist for the same amount of money. I'm going to try and do that back shortly. Right then, so I have completely, basically, redone. I've completely made a completely different list, but for the exact same price of £1,660. Actually a bit less, but we don't talk about that. It's basically the same price, so let me show you what I've done. So, for the CPU, I've gone for the Ryzen 9 3900X, which instead of an 8-core, 16-thread CPU, is a 12-core, 24-thread CPU. This will be it's higher clocks, better speed for gaming in every single game. It's just a way better CPU, and yes, it's more money, but we can fit that in because building your own PC doesn't cost £383. Cooler, exactly the same. The Corsair 100X 57.2 CFM liquid CPU cooler. ROG Strix B550F motherboard, same one that we had before, but this time it has Wi-Fi, so it's twice as good, obviously. Same RAM, Corsair Vengeance LPX. A 4TB hard drive instead here, double the capacity to shove all your games on, and then it's the same 500GB SSD that you'd use to put Windows on, Microsoft Word maybe, all the Microsoft Photoshop, Adobe stuff, and just some games you use loads basically. For the case, it's slightly cheaper at £50. It's the P300A, way better airflow and about the same size. It's literally the exact one I have up here powering this entire thing now, so I like it, so it's great. Power supply, I've slightly upped it a bit here and gone for a 700W one, fully modular, compared to the 650W one we had there, and that's because we've got slightly higher power components here. Now, I've also added a 3-pack of SB120 Corsair fans, which just make the entire thing look so much nicer, and just really gives you customization on what to do with all your fans. And then for the GPU, I've upgraded once again and gone for the RX 6800 XT, which is literally a whole 100 numbers more than the 6700 XT, so it must be way better. But no, it's seriously like around 3080 performance, sometimes even better, so definitely a good card. And all for the price of £1,655, £5 less, in fact, of what PC Specialists charge you for a much, much worse system. But now to the summary. Should you buy a PC Specialist PC? And honestly, currently, you probably shouldn't be buying a PC. Prices are ridiculous, and just there's been a worldwide die shortage, so you can't find the silicon that's used to make PC parts, there's a massive shortage of it, so it's really hard to find. So honestly, wait on. But if you can somehow find it, then it's not bad. You get to fully customise it all. It's basically all in your hands what you get, and this is a pretty good system for this price. Now obviously it's really expensive, but that's obviously a high budget PC, and you can get cheaper, but if you're going for this high budget, it's not a bad option. But obviously if you are building it yourself, you get much better value. But that's the end of the video. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, please click on there, press the like button, comment if you want me to give you a PC list or give you any suggestions. Subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.